We can take this ride wherever it goes, as long as you're with me. I feel at home. Can you tell me why? 'Cause I wanna know. As long as you're with me, I feel at home. Yeah, I wave goodbye to my old life. Been reaching for some new heights. My baby there the whole time, and it feels right. You by my side. I'm out on Bonnie and Clyde. I need my partner in crime, yeah. Sometimes you can't even see what's right in front of you. Life gets the best of me, I don't know what to do. Miles still ahead of me and I don't have a clue right now. But we can take this ride wherever it goes, as long as you're with me. I feel at home. Can you tell me why? 'Cause I wanna know. As long as you're with me, I feel at home. I set my mark right on your heart. One moves I got me this far. Now I don't wanna restart. Things get hard and time left scars. Still there before you are. Still shining through the whole dark, yeah. Sometimes you can't even see what's right in front of you. Life gets the best of me, I don't know what to do. Miles still ahead of me and I don't have a clue right now. But we can take this ride wherever it goes, as long as you're with me. I feel at home. Can you tell me why? 'Cause I wanna know. As long as you're with me, I feel at home. Oh, I got it bad, I just wanted love. I got it bad, I just needed loving. I got it bad, I just wanted love. Someone like you. I got it bad, I just wanted love. I got it bad, I just needed loving. I got it bad, I just needed love. We can take this ride wherever it goes, as long as you're with me. Baby, I feel at home. Can you tell me why? 'Cause I wanna know. As long as you're with me, I feel at home. Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, you got the future.
2 cutters through the middle. Adia for 3.
One heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on a lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on applying the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go.
Kia ora, namaste, talofa lava, malo elele, bolivanaka, and welcome to Heritage Hockey Tournament 2023, the newest and most exciting hockey tournament on the national calendar. For those of you new to Heritage Hockey, it's the melting pot of pride, passion, flair, and skill. And we're bringing you all 16 games live and free thanks to local Gecko Productions and the support of One Foundation. I'm Brad Pittman and we'll be bringing you all the action this Easter weekend from the Waikato Hockey Centre here in Hamilton. I'm lucky enough to be joined in commentary by local legend Aaron McNabb. Nabby, good to have you back again for the game this morning.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me back. Fantastic Easter Sunday and happy Easter to everybody. We're looking for a ripper of a game here between the New Zealand Indians and the junior Māori men.
Yeah, and that is our first game of day 3 here. It's the final day of pool games here before the finals tomorrow, and it is the Indian men taking on the junior Māori side. Now, coming off a huge win yesterday against New Zealand Pacifica, the Indian side will be riding high into this morning's must-win match. Shea Iswa and Sajan Patel really got things going yesterday, and the scoreboard was made to pay for it. There are no guarantees with other games still to play, but a win could put them into tomorrow afternoon's gold medal match. If they can replicate yesterday's effort, they will be a tough outfit to beat here today, and they're coached by Ketan Hari and Hitendra Patel. The junior Māori team will take a huge boost of confidence from yesterday's tough encounter with their senior Māori team. A 3-2 loss will only have the boys believing that today is the day then, and they've shown they're only moments away from pulling off a big upset. Lewis Rose got into the game yesterday, and his combinations going forward will be crucial in today's match. Tomorrow's final is out of reach now for the juniors, but they are putting on a really impressive performance this weekend. The Māori side are coached by Dave Hayes and Sam Hewitt. As we see the teams come out there at the moment, umpires for today's match Max Beach and Sam Harrison. Good to see 2 Māori boys out there umpiring today's game. And with the way that results have fallen in the men's competition, day 3 today shapes up to be a huge one, with 3 teams all jostling for the 2 spots in tomorrow's final. It's a spectator's dream, with 2 teams desperately needing a second win today. And an exciting junior Māori side happy to play spoiler in the script that is New Zealand Heritage Hockey. And that's exactly what we have on our hands this morning. Nabby, we saw the Indian side yesterday. You won't have seen much of the junior Māori team, but look, this one's shaping up to be a big one.
Yeah. From what I've heard, the junior Māori men's team have been on fire. Tough results, I think, going their way. Obviously, a more inexperienced outfit, but playing in big competitions like this is pretty awesome for them. I'm sure after 2 games, they're looking to keep building on those connections and actually try and tip over one of these teams. So I think the New Zealand Indians have got a tough 60 minutes ahead of them. Yeah,
absolutely. As we see the lineup fairly unchanged for the Indian side there. I mentioned a little earlier Sajan Patel and Shea Iswa. They were electric up the front, and we didn't see a lot of Jared Panchia yesterday. I know that he is on some minutes restrictions for his upcoming Black Stick series, but man, if he can inject himself even just in parts of the game, they could be huge. And then the junior side here, also fairly unchanged. I thought the Mullet boys and TJ Huranui and Kalan Mason, hard to spot the difference on the field, bar the ends that they play on. They were outstanding yesterday. And of course, Te Oranga Wairua Hohepa, he picked up man of the match honours. And his work with his brother Norpeta in the middle of the field has been strong for them as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key, the midfield battle here. There's some fantastic players on both sides of the hockey ball, so it'll be a highly fought part of the turf. So hopefully, one team will be able to get going and start moving, get a few midfield transfers happening, and get that ball speed flying through there and get everyone involved. And I think that'll be the way to go.
Yeah, and there's matchups right across the park right from the start here. You can see Shea Iswar, he'll match up against Adam Banks. Shea Iswar, a striker for India, and Adam Banks at the back for the Māori team. There's the midfield battle that we already talked about. I can't wait to see Geordie Thomas take on Kieran Chiba at the back for India. I think it's going to be the real battle of who can get on top of their matchup.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's a feeling out phase like there has been in the games yesterday, or if people are just going to go straight from the start. I'm looking for a pretty electric, pretty awesome game today.
Yeah, and here's an opportunity for the junior Māori side, snuffed out in the midfield there by Brett Menezes for the Indians. And I was speaking to David Hayes a little earlier, and they're amped up for this game, the junior side.
Good tackle.
How's that for a tackle?
Nice.
Oh,
Very sun smart as well, the mullet.
Yeah.
Very good for the back of the neck.
yeah, that's Kalan Mason there. And just getting ahead of the ball at the moment, TJ Huranui sporting the same do. Here's Hale Pritchard on the ball. And a little too high there is the call.
I think that dive there from the junior Māoris shows the commitment they're feeling to today's game and how up for, I think, for this contest that they are. So it'll be really good early signs for them to let the New Zealand Indians team know that they're here to play and they're going to have to work pretty hard to beat them. Yeah, they've been building to this one. Like you said, results not quite going their way and only going down by 1 goal in each of their matches. But man, they're right in the mixer for this one. Here is Prashant Patel just working his way forward. He scored a couple of goals in yesterday's match off the straight strike penalty corner. Yeah, straight back to their left-hand edge of the circle where they played quite a lot of they got quite a few penetrations through that area of the turf yesterday, so I'm not surprised to see them head straight back there. Yeah,
paid dividends for them, that low baseline entry, and here they go again. Yeah, both teams, it's not the general feeling up phase that we'd normally see. Both teams really trying to have a crack at the edge of the circle.
Yeah, it's good. I'm just excited. This is going to be a good game, I think.
Here's Huranui linking up with Hohepa. It's the younger Hohepa on the field at the moment. He'll look for his brother in the middle of the field.
Great ball.
And Geordie Thomas for the juniors. Lewis Rose. Oh, there.
Beautiful. That's a lucky foot there, I think. He's on there for a reverse.
Yeah, that's the veteran play there of Kieran Chiba. Does his work outside the circle, but here's the entry.
Great tackle there.
Yeah, Chiba again. The Indian side just under a little bit of pressure in their own pocket. The junior Māori team doing well there, and great tackle and pick. TJ Huranui. And they've earned the free hit as well.
Yeah, it's always awkward, getting the free hits out of here on the attacking team. Pretty good defence there, and pushed off the ball. No card, just a talking to from umpire Max Beach there.
Yeah, he'll
set the tone quite early, I think, which is always good in pretty do-or-die matches like this one.
Yeah. Here they go, the Indian side, Shea Iswar. He was good yesterday, working that left baseline, still going Iswar. Iswar's found the pass. It's Saj Patel. Ooh, just a little shepherd call there. Unfortunate for Saj Patel. Looked like Ishan Patel perhaps just got in the road of a would-be defender.
Good promising attack though. That's come straight from the back up the line and worked it quite quickly, which is fantastic to see from the New Zealand Indian hockey team, and something that they're really actually quite good at.
Yeah, their ability to move the ball forward at pace has been a key for them, certainly in yesterday's game.
Yeah, it's good to see Shea getting some good early touches on the ball just to keep on his form from the last few days. So awesome for him. Always good for the confidence if your first kind of carry goes relatively well. Yeah,
that's a lovely ball forward from Gregan Maui. Just trying to link up with Caleb Williamson. He can't pull it in. This little battle out here, Shea Iswar and Gregan Maui, could be a fun one today if they stay in the same areas of the field. Good bit of stick skill there shown by Devin Mbika. Finds the pass there, Bika. It's Chiba up there with the headband. Banks trying to get low and tackle. Banks still there. Chiba still going. Iswar around the edge. And it falls there for Pritchard. Hale Pritchard just releases a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, you don't mind that defence from the juniors there. Looking relatively composed and forced the Indians to slow down their attack and defended it really well. It was a good pick off there.
Yeah, great turnover. Caleb Williamson. He's trying to allow his strikers to get ahead. It's TJ Hurunu and Geordie Thomas up the front. And he's picked up Lewis Rose in the middle of the field. Rose under some pressure. Rose with some space. Great defending there. It's Milan Patel. And now here they come, the Indian side. I think this is the sort of game we're going to be treated to, Aaron, just some end-to-end action.
Yeah, that's what I think we're in for, which is exciting and makes it good for everyone watching and people on the stream and people here at the turf as well. So it should be a good day. Great morning as well. Hamilton's putting on the weather.
Yeah, fantastic start to day 3 here. Free hit in the middle of the field for Kisha Nasai. He can't link up there with Chiba.
It's a bit overrun there. Ball probably came a bit quicker than what he was expecting and potentially what was needed there from that pass.
Lewis Rose will take a breath there. It's been a frantic first 7 or 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, that could come into it if they continue at this pace. The legs may come into factor who's going to come out on top of this game, I think.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how fatigue is managed. It's the 3rd game in a row for most of these players. Lewis Rose didn't play the first game, so he perhaps has a little more in the tank than most.
Yeah, third day in a tournament, I'm looking to start spending some time on the bench. And
yeah,
I don't know how well the body will hold up these days.
Yeah. And I mean, usually I'd say big advantage for the junior side being the younger ones, but boy, this Indian side get around the park with real pace and they'll go all game.
They will. Yeah, just a couple of sloppy basic skills here at the moment I've noticed. A few bobbly passes, a couple of traps that are bouncing up, just making life a little bit difficult for both teams at the moment, just to settle in to today. But the stick skills are still looking fantastic there.
Great touch pass.
Good
Gosha
ball.
got it back. Cleaned up. Greg and Maui. He's going to have to do a bit of dancing. He's done well there, Maui. But yeah, that's the bouncy stuff there that has just been creeping in this first.
It's another little mistrap. Just makes life just more challenging
Yeah.
when you're trying to build play up and build your way into the game. If little passes like that, there's another little bobble there, just slows life down and means you got to just keep that in well.
Great pick up. That's Te Oranga Hohepa. Oh, he's got a ton of skill and the confidence to go with it. Here's a man with no shortage of confidence. Te Manunui McPherson, the T-man.
The T-man. Good guy playing local club hockey here in Waikato at the moment.
Oh, and here they go. Saj Patel. Oh, Lewis Rose. What a pick.
Good reverse stick tackle there.
It's
Not
just
the easiest skill to pull off.
Here's a strong contest too. Norpeter Hohepa can't get past Ranik Patel, and Patel has Menezes.
It's just another bobble trap there again. Loses the ball.
Yeah,
Needs to stay stronger on that.
A little bit of ping pong. Kalan Mason screaming up the middle of the field. Oh, beats Hardigan. Brad Hardigan. He's been out here all morning practicing his skills on the turf. Oh, he would have loved to see that one find the end of his stick there.
Yeah, you can feel it coming though, I think.
Yeah, something's about to open up in a big way.
There we go. Good ball speed. Good ball across the distance there.
Yeah.
Ball over distance is always something that is good. Just helps open up the field if you want to try and utilise the other side.
Oh, big bomb, Chiba. And brought down well there too. I love that, seeing that being allowed to play.
Yeah, it's also good to see the striker just not penalised instantly as soon as the ball gets relatively close to somebody. He's in good space there, and the defender does well to not encroach on that 5 metres and not give up a free hit.
I thought that was a nice use of A, the pass, but B, the whistle as well, or lack of for that one.
Yeah, just good hockey all round. You love to see when refs are making good tight calls like that really well, and that just helps players feel good about who's blowing the whistle for the game.
Yeah, and there's Banksy. He's going to have a quick breath here as he walks the ball up. Scored a late heroic goal yesterday against the senior side on the buzzer.
Flick there. Another good one. Finds a nice open player.
Yeah, Maui in the middle of the field. Still going, Maui.
It's a good.
Oh, he's looking there for Geordie Thomas.
Good carry. Good open up. Good pass out there to the right edge as well. So it's sharp play. It's definitely coming along, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's played some games for the senior Māori team too, Greg and Maui. Very nearly an opportunity there. Still falls for the Māori side, but Tristan Waka unable to pull that one in. Maybe that's the son out there of Nātana Waka, the goalkeeper. That's
awesome.
his oldest boy, Trist, out there.
Played a
Played
lot
for
of
the junior side.
Yeah, played a lot of hockey with Nātana.
Yep.
Great goalkeeper.
Yeah, and I think I saw him arrive in this morning. Nātana, shout out to the Waka whānau. I think one of his other sons, Timothy's over in Cambridge at the moment, playing in that series over there. So they're bouncing between the two.
Yeah,
this
good
weekend.
to see the support of all the whānau out, and nothing would make you prouder than seeing your boy out there playing and representing the New Zealand junior Māori team.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, end to end here so far. The first 10 minutes of or 12 minutes of this game.
It's probably the only thing you could probably criticise with both these teams is just that the final little high percentage of they're just missing those last little bits.
Yep.
That just add that all the way. The bobbly passes, a couple of missed traps, but I mean, you kind of expect that in the early phases of the game.
Yeah, and I spoke to Hitendra Patel before this game, who's the lead coach on the Indian program. He was really impressed with the quality that they showed in finishing yesterday. He was really expecting the boys to build on that, this Indian side here, and so I'm sure that'll be a focus of the team talk come quarter time is just that last bit there. Here's Iswa looking. It's going to get through. Oh, very nearly there.
You don't mind that. It's another good ball, good crash ball across from Shea.
Yeah, this Indian side seemed to favour that kind of baseline crash. Tough one to pull off, but
you got to really be switched on when the ball's coming across the face like that, the face of the goal. Especially if your help side winger's not there in the right time.
Yep.
You get things like that, situations like that where the ball just glides past and everyone's like, oh, wait, what are you doing? I've had many of those questions asked in my time, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here's Mason, Clark Mason. It's at the back of the stick there, so they'll get the free hit. The junior Māori side. Mason on the ball. Adam Banks. And they'll take the sideline hit there. It came off the, I think it was Ishan Patel.
He's making a good. I think that's a good option going 45 across there. That pass will open up the team there. Just caught the stick or the foot of one of the Indian players there and went out. I love a 45-degree pass across the field.
Yeah, that midfield to midfield, the transfer.
Good little entry there, but not much comes of it.
Iswa's going to have to be good to outrun Kalan Mason. Not many can do it, but Saj Patel can. Patel. Wow, Miles Landon gets out and does really well there for the Māori side, but I'm about to start calling him Siren Saj because it's alarm bells when he gets the ball going forward.
Yeah, two of their fantastic players with Shea and Saj there linking up, and that's a dangerous combination if the juniors are going to allow them to play with space and the opportunity to move the ball quickly like that.
Yeah, so it is just one thing to be aware of. They play pretty heavily with a back three, the junior Māori side, and if any of those three get caught a little bit up the field, like we did see Kalan Mason was up the middle of the field on that turnover, there's a lot of space for the likes of Iswa, Saj Patel, Ishan Patel.
Shiva as well.
Yep,
he's on the field.
To exploit, so keep an eye peeled for that opportunity. Here's Kishan Nasai.
Dangerous tackle there from the striker coming back.
Yeah.
Very lucky to not give up a free hit there.
Here's Keelan Stafford's come onto the field now for the Māori side.
Another player out of a prodigy of Stu Pitu, one of the Pacifica men. Played a lot of time for Collegians there, Keelan.
And here's Oh, yeah, I like the sleeves up from Caleb Williamson. Built for speed, that
Sun's
boy.
out, guns out.
That's it.
Don't mind it.
Williamson, he didn't get all of it.
Get a lot of
Didn't
it.
get much of it. Unfortunate there for Caleb. And they're still going, though, the junior side. Lovely skill, Te Oranga Ohepa. And penalty corner called, perhaps. They're going to go and talk about it, one of them, just one.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what that was for.
No, penalty corner is what's being called there. They'll go and have a little bit of a conversation, and the guy in yellow always wins that one. You can be house on that, as we see this replay. So it's Hohepa here just working around the T-spot. It's just going to go out of shot there, unfortunately.
It's a mystery then.
Yeah. It's one of the great mysteries, who killed JFK, and what happened on the T-bar in that game.
I'm gonna flip a coin here and say it's going to be a foot. That's what it was for.
Okay, I'll go you one better and say up off the stick into a body.
There you go.
Defender stick. Here we go. It's the junior side. Williamson at the top for them. Yeah, they look like...
Back to the injector. We saw that work yesterday, Shea Iswell's goal.
Yeah, it was. It was that one. Yeah, looked like they were trying to roll it back down to Banks. Didn't quite get through the right defensive post there. So well defended by the Indian side.
There's been quite a few different options at PC time in the two games that I've watched so far. A couple of upright hits and back to the injectors and things like that. So people are mixing it.
Yeah. Often you get to a men's tournament like this and it's just one big defender trying to rip the net down with his drag flick. And it's nice to see some other options out here on display.
Injector, bracket one and straight dig.
Yep. Oh, Glenn Mason. Oh, he can't bring that one down.
Good defense.
Adam Banks was on his bike. Boy can run. Maybe...
Good leadership from him as well. He's got the captain's armband on, which is showing that he's there to lead, and that's the kind of stuff you want to be stretching yourself out there. Last line of defence, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the end of the first quarter, 0-0.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard so far. A good save required from Miles Landon on a Saj Patel opportunity, but really the only thing troubling the goalkeepers at the moment, as we see the teams come in together in front of the One Foundation gazebos there.
Yes, that one shot on goal, challenging, I think, challenging in the sense for the strikers just because the defence has been so well, as we watch a couple of highlights here.
Yeah. Yeah, this one very nearly. You could see there was the obstruction. Great view of it that time. Ish Patel just got in the way of Kalan Mason. Some of the skills on display from Hohepa. There's Mason again, finding Jordy Thomas. He's moved up a layer in this game. Interestingly, for the Māori side, he played in the middle of the field for the most part of the first two games, up in the striker line, perhaps just to inject a little more for them going forward. And this is a big opportunity here. Iswa finds Saj Patel. Really well done there by Miles Landon to get out.
He made it a lot harder for himself, Saj. He went pretty close to the baseline. And that's always going to be, you'd favour the goalkeeper in that kind of position. Yeah,
if there's one thing I know about Big Sarge is if there's an opportunity to make it look cooler, he's all about it.
Hey, look, as a striker, fellow striker, I don't mind that. I like to try and make things look as cool as I can, but sometimes high percentage is probably the better option. Oh, absolutely. Any coach will tell you that, absolutely. But we're not coaches, we're spectators, and I want to see the specky hit the roof. So yep, get it right up into the corner where the spiders hang out. That'll be you'll always love it. Yeah, crossbar down, I think is the best. Yeah, makes you feel so good. Yeah, as the teams come back out onto the field here, it is second quarter about to start between New Zealand Junior Māori side and the New Zealand Indian men. Scores locked up still at 0-0, and it's the first game here of day 3 at Heritage Hockey 2023 from Hamilton. Here we go, it's the Indians with first use of the ball here. Ranik Patel's on at the moment. Shout out to his family just down here in front of us. Come across from Tauranga to watch Ranik play today. It's always good to see many different generations of families come down and watch these hockey games like this. Yeah, absolutely. And here we go, the Indian side here. Oh, hard low. Yeah, and we talk about the generations in a
make a special mention, of course, to the Indian sports community. It's the 60th year of what was Queen's birthday tournament. It will be King's birthday tournament for the first time this year in June down in Wellington. Their 60th year, one of the longest running hockey tournaments in the country.
Fantastic.
So they're all out in full force to watch their boys this morning. Patel, and he's found enough blades of the orange AstroTurf there to call it a 16 in front of Max Beach. Saj Patel, not impressed with that one. Also not too impressed with getting put on skates by Kalan Mason. And he does the mahi, he gets it back.
Some of those shave tackles like that coming in from behind can be a bit 50-50 with some refs. A relatively challenging skill to pull off, but it's really helpful to your team if you can, as a striker, running back and just disrupt the ball so a defender can pick it up.
Yeah, especially when you know as well, Nabby, as a taller guy, having to get down and try and execute that skill without hitting the stick of the player on the ball.
Yeah, especially as well when you start getting a bit tired, you start getting a little bit lazier in those tackles, can definitely make things definitely harder.
So Saj did really well there. Could have been pretty frustrated after the call and then getting turned inside, and he's done really well. The Indian side here will have to work the ball out of their own end. The Māori team up in a full press. But it's a fairly easy exit there through Menezes and Ishan Patel. But Nopeta Hohepa does well. Links up Lewis Rose. Rose has Hurunui, Thomas and Williamson, but he finds Chiba. And we go back the other way.
We'll most probably want to see that ball get pushed out further, another maybe pass out to the right in that attack. And they got it into the middle of the field and just went straight back to the left where Chiba was able to pick that up. Yeah,
you're right. And this is a better, I'd like to see the ball hit that sideline and then come across very nearly. Banks.
It's the option though, getting it all the way across is not a bad option.
Well, it's the only way you're going to move Kieran Chiba around the field, and he's such a rock there at the back for the Indian side. You can't just let him stay on the hotline without having to do a lot of work.
Tackle.
Yeah, solid work there by Pritchard, and he's got the touch as well. He's got one ahead. It's Geordie Thomas. Hurunui's running to get there with him. Hale Pritchard loves a back footer. Bang. Oh, very nearly. Call it on the fly too. Loves one off the back foot. Hale Pritchard, and when you've got a shooting sleeve on for your hockey game, can't expect anything less.
Yeah, it's a good option. I like the he didn't force the reverse there. He's rolled back and got a probably more high percentage shot shooting off the back foot.
Yep.
Gave himself a good forehand opportunity. Went wide, but I like to see that kind of use of the skill and bit of knowledge there to slow yourself down and not take a shot where you might actually just absolutely look like a clown.
Yeah, and for those that watched the junior game yesterday, he did exactly that. Turned one on the back foot, buried one past the goal of the senior side in yesterday's match, so no stranger to scoring that sort of effort. Hale Pritchard. Banksy, that's going to be a tough one to pull in. Does his best, and Gregan Maui tries to pull it in, but over the back line, and the reliever here for the Indian side. And there's Kishan Nasa. He's had a lot of work to do in the middle of the field. Lovely pass. Here they come. We've got a player in the circle. In the circle is Ishan Patel. Adam Banks does well enough there. Does his work outside the circle.
They got down that field in a hurry there, that's for sure. I think you'd like to see that press of the juniors just strengthen up a little bit. The Indians seem to get out of there pretty easy.
Oof, Ranik Patel says goodbye. And it's going to fall there all the way through. Yeah, you're right. They've been guilty a couple of times now, this Māori side, of kind of being in a full press, but then allowing the ball into the midfield. And look, it's a tough thing to do and expect of your midfield. The back.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of inexperience as well, showing that sometimes you need to be in the full 100% press, and other times you can be okay with sitting in a 75 and then pressing forward again. You don't need to always be, you know, at 100%.
Yeah, and again here, one pass has eliminated 5 or 6 players, and here's Chiba here for the Indian side. Goes through the feet. He's got the shot away. Oh me, Ishan Patel hits the post one more time just to remind himself he can't let that one go past again.
That's you'd like to have that one back as a striker, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's in the right place. Look, he can't fault his positioning.
Can't fault really the play. They've just the New Zealand Indians team worked it up quickly, got into the corner again, made a good penetration of the circle and a good reverse shot across the goal, and striker was there in position. Unfortunate just to miss that one. So I think I like that. I like what I'm seeing from the New Zealand Indian side. And if the juniors are going to let them out of defence that easily, I think they're going to be in for a heck of a morning.
Yeah, interesting. Now we can see here there's kind of the pressing group and the defending group and a big track in between, and things like that will happen where one pass can kind of beat that whole pressing group.
And you see Shea just coming back and making a nice little post-up lead to pick up the ball, which is what happens if you leave a big pocket between your striking or pressing part of your team and the defending part, because it opens up that turf and you can just play into it if you've got good strikers like Shea Aswar up top.
Yeah, and so what it means is when we watch the game, their ability to move the ball from back to front happens really quickly. Here we go.
Over there.
Yeah, Brett Menezes, eyes up. Lovely skill, still there.
Good defending.
Banks and Menezes having a good little battle. Still going, Brett Menezes.
Yeah, Banks is looking good down there for the juniors in the defensive area.
Yeah, he's been one of their best all tournament. Adam Banks, as mentioned yesterday, played last year in the senior team that were victorious at Heritage Hockey up in, we were at Colmar up in South Auckland. Opting to front up for the junior side this year. Here's Kesha Nasai.
We had a case to ask for if that ball was a little bit high. Very good free hit. Another good penetration for the New Zealand Indians.
Iswa working. But Adam Banks works harder. And it's a long corner there for the Indian side. A lot of people down in the defensive zone. It's going to be cleared there. Lewis Rose. Rose on the ball. He's got Chiba and he's found Hohepa. And it's Norpeta Hohepa. He's got the ball on his stick. Working really well there. Lovely pass. Tristan Waka linking up there with Solomon Hying a plank. Here he goes.
Got a bit of pace there.
Yeah. Good to see a big lad there with his running boots on.
Turning the wheels. Love it.
Keelan Stafford just trying to work his way out of trouble down there.
Nice and composed.
He's done well. And Hohepa will just try and find the relief. Lovely recycle there for the New Zealand junior Māori side. Didn't force it up in that corner. Good composure shown by Keelan Stafford.
Yeah, I think that's massive for them, showing that they can actually recycle the ball. They got into a pretty ugly situation just there where the attack broke down and they were able to get the ball back and build up again and earn themselves a penalty corner.
Yeah, it was
T-Man,
local T-Man.
T-Man.
T-Man, socks low, hair high, penalty corner all day. You just see a little lovely bit of skill there up on the baseline. This ball forward from Geordie Thomas. Beaten Chiba. And there we go.
Straight onto the stick there.
Yep, hits the feet there of Ranik Patel. And it's the junior side here. So they went the perhaps push back to the injector option.
Slightly less conventional off the penalty corner as your first option.
Yeah, so it looks like they'll set up a double bracket here. Not committing too many numbers up to the penalty corner. Geordie Thomas on the second. I think he'd be likely. And comes to Thomas. And they'll get a repeat there. I'm not sure that's quite the option he was going for. It got I think a little bit away from him, so he opted for the sweep hit.
Yeah, it didn't look overly convincing, that strike there.
Yes.
Breakdown in the skill.
So Lewis Rose will come up onto the first bracket and swing Hale Pritchard off one. That's going to be hard to do. Pritchard.
Worked out okay. The drag went a bit to the right of the trapper there. T-Man had to move and do well to stop the ball and get it for his striker to hit that ball, but unfortunately, that's a great pass from New Zealand Indians out of defence.
Yeah, this part of the field has been danger for them. Here we go, Milan Patel, great tackle, Tristy Waka, to the applause of the local crowd here. And here comes Hardigan.
Counter attack.
Yeah, end-to-end stuff. I feel like a lollipop man up here. Stop, go, go. And Tristan Waka, he only knows go.
It's a good ball.
Yeah, lovely transfer. Geordie Thomas got a player behind him. He's going to have to work. There he goes. On the bike, Geordie Thomas. It's good entry there. Up off the stick, but cleaned up well in the end.
With a good breakout for New Zealand Indians coming back into attack.
And ring the siren. Sarge Patel, he's still going. He's got 2 players with him.
Doesn't need them.
He's got the penalty corner. Oh, man. You can call that stuff from 40 metres out. Sarge Patel.
You'd love to see it.
Yeah, have a look at this. And it is almost 40 metres out. Just the innate ability to keep the ball.
Probably one thing I think that made the carry option there for Sarge quite easy was his 2 fellow strikers weren't really just getting up into good positions. They were kind of into a little bit of no man's land there and running similar lines, which didn't actually give him a lot of options and almost drew all those defenders to him. So I think you'd like to see those strikers just elevate quicker and get right up the top so he actually has more of an option to pass as they set up here for the penalty corner.
Yeah, here we go, the Indian side. Chiba on the first bracket. It is Chiba with the deceptive sweep it, but easy pickings there for Tristan Waka.
Just again, another penalty corner without a drag flick attempt, so using all the variations here.
Oh no, the penalty corner over the back line called there.
Might sing that one again, I think.
Yeah, one thing I would love to mention, I mean, you see Tristan Waka stop that one on the line. You would have loved to see a time where he and Nātana perhaps were defending a penalty corner together. I'm sure they'd love that. Yeah, tough one there, but just a challenge. But look, Max Beach is right on top of it, and it did go out over the back line. So the Indian men's side will have another crack at it.
Yeah, it would be fantastic to have seen Nātana play with his boy, that's for sure.
I mean, perhaps not out of the question just yet. Here we go, Chiba, he's going to have to trap it himself. Well defended, Gregor Maui. Still going as Maui. Landon's come out and he's done well. Miles Landon in goal for the junior Māori side.
It's another breakdown, these skills. I think that's, you'd have to say that's still kind of the flavour of the day. It's been a little bit bobbly passes here and there, a little bit of just the skills not coming off perfectly for either of these teams. And I think that's kind of why we're still stuck there at 0-0.
And T-Man trying to do his best Sergeant Patel impersonation.
He's probably someone who could pull off a good Sarge, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely not afraid of a good carry of the ball, old T-Man.
Yep, and here we go. Here's one of these opportunities. Look how quick Alan Mason gets down the field. In defence, you love to see that. Sargi, inside pull. Still got it.
Again,
he's got it on his knees.
Again, he's isolated, though, I'd say, up there. Just he gets the ball as the highest striker and then doesn't have a lot to do, and he's looking at 4 red and black shirts up there, which is never the best thing to look at if you're a striker. Yeah,
and full credit to that defensive group, man. They just go at a million miles an hour and try and put the fire out as best possible and just not allow him to get his head up. And even if there are other strikers available up there for him, hard to pick when there's 2 or 3 guys.
A little bit of a mistrap there from Devon Hari, allowing the juniors to get an attacking free hit up in the attacking 25.
Yeah, here they go. A little bouncy one there for Hohepa. It's going to fall for Geordie Thomas. Thomas. Oh, great tackle by Caleb Williamson. Oh, all he does is work. I'm gutted to see that the sleeves have come down, though. He's not running nearly as fast.
Bit of a mix up there, that free hit.
Yeah. They'll get there in the end and allow the teams just to get back into position to play. And here's Te Oranga Hohepa.
It's another lazy reverse little pass. You'd like to see that. Just get the feet around, give it a good strong push there. Just allow your players to get a bit more time on the ball.
One-handed carry here. I think it's Jaden Gosha. It is. There's a big midfield pass if we can find it. Finds it. It's Chiba. Still going, Chiba. He lays it off nicely in the middle of the field.
That's good play there.
Yeah.
Devin Hurry on the ball now, the white headband.
There's Nathan Soma there that just held the middle of the field for them.
Quick free hit.
Yeah. And they've found the foot there of Geordie Thomas.
I love the pace of that free hit it's taken there. Sometimes the teams can fall into that trap of taking a little bit of too much time to take the free hits on when they're inside that dotted 5-yard circle. And you can just slow everything down, but they take a quick one, get a nice circle penetration. It leads to the outcome of a penalty corner. So you got to love that.
Yeah, and you saw it there. It was Ishan Patel taking it quickly. He found Milan Patel up on the baseline, and it's that combination that set them up.
Just see Denham wandering around. And
yeah, we
he's
see
one of the best drag flickers here at the tournament, I'd have to say.
Denham Clark wandering in to watch the boys play. Oh, and we've got penalty stroke there. They're going to talk about it. It looked like and sounds like it's come off the boot there of Miles Landon in goal onto the foot of Lewis Rose, who's playing on the left post defensively there.
Yeah, it's a good back to the end. Well, it was an upright hit. Kind of went left-hand side of the goal. It looks like Shea Esquires deflected the shot onto target into the keeper, and then it's come off.
We'll have a look at it here. Oh, yeah, not Landon. So it is the deflection from Iswa.
Might be. I'd probably argue that's going wide, I think. I don't know if it's inside the goal.
They're going to say penalty stroke.
There
They're right down there on it.
What do I know?
And it's Shea Iswa here looking to...
The stroke at half-time as well.
Yep. And he does enough. Iswa puts one past the legs there of Miles Landon in goal. And the Indian men right on the stroke of half-time, as you mentioned, Nabby.
The stroke of half-time?
The stroke of half-time. Look, it's...
it doesn't write itself.
No.
Look at that.
How's that? So the Indian men go into the half-time break with a 1-goal lead. Look, this one has been back and forth opportunities, both ends of the field, and really could be anyone's here so far, and still will be. Look, there's plenty more action to come in this game. Nabby, I've liked what I've seen so far from both sides.
Yeah, loving the game. End-to-end stuff always makes it a bit more of a spectacle for the fans that are starting to roll in. I think the pace has been really high. A lot of good carries from a lot of the team. A lot of good skill on display.
Yeah, as we check out some of the highlights here, this is first and second quarter action. Sarge Patel there in shot. He's going to feature pretty highly in these highlights. Te Oranga Hohepa there is Geordie Thomas. He's been pretty solid. Moved up a layer for the Māori side this morning. And that one sailed past the stick of Hardigan. Here's the goal scorer, Iswa. Was actually the Day 2 tournament MVP for the men's competition after his performance yesterday. There's Sarge Patel again, putting pressure on Miles Landon. Hohepa. Yeah, and that's just some of the action that we were fortunate enough to witness this first half, as we see some of the supporters up there.
Bottles of water.
Yeah, rewatching the live stream.
Yeah, must not be quite late enough in the day for anything else.
Yeah, I'm sure the bar will be open a little later. You see the crowd there, some of the Māori boys in the middle of the shot. It looks like track sprinter himself, Tymon Iverson. A few more highlights from that second quarter that we just saw. This is Iswa working the baseline.
I think both teams are utilising the edge of the circle really, really well, making their penetrations from the edge, which is actually giving good baseline opportunities to get the good under the shoulder ball back in, and that's why I think we're seeing quite a few penalty corners be awarded.
Yeah. The execution of the corner probably hasn't been the prettiest from both sides, really.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen one clean penalty corner.
Yeah, just a little half trap here, or it didn't quite roll right there. And there's Saj Patel doing what he does best. Now this option here, well saved by Tristan Walker for the junior side. Saj Patel again. Look, anytime you see the ball in the circle, he seems to...
Looking a bit far to the left there, not straight enough.
Yeah, so they'd love to just tighten up a few of those
Free hit.
little things there. Yeah, this one got the penalty corner. We saw that late. And this one is the one that ended up in the penalty stroke. So it's taking the deflection there in front of Banks. And Iswa, the cool customer. Good effort from Landon.
Bottom middle, eh?
Yep.
Love it.
Bottom middle. Just how he drew it up.
Yeah, it's the double psych out. The keeper obviously thinks that he's going in a corner, but he's like, nah, he's going to dive out of the way and I'm just going to put it straight down the middle.
Yeah.
A lot of goal to aim at when you do that.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Look at the beautiful shot there from the drone. We're bringing you this live. It's the middle of the team talk there from the junior Māori side. We can see Dave Hayes and Sammy Hewitt there just talking through a couple of things with the boys. They're pretty proud to let me know that a lot of the stuff that's been happening over the weekend has been player-led. They're really just facilitators of these young men creating their own pathway and developing on the field. So really good tool this weekend has been for those junior programs. And we look forward to seeing how they continue with this game.
Yeah, I think that's really good, allowing teams just to, or the players themselves to make their own calls and develop themselves, because they're going to learn not only the hockey skills and the hockey playing, but they're also going to start learning and thinking about the mental side of how you prepare well for a tournament, what your kind of game plan is, and trying to pick apart other teams when you find yourself in tournament situations, which I'm sure all of these players will find themselves in more tournaments as they get older, and there'll be different levels of that which they'll all play. So it's a real awesome opportunity for them.
Yeah, and we speak of players leading there. It was actually Jared Panchia directing a lot of the Indian men's halftime talk there.
Not a bad player to be able to hand over the coaching responsibilities to.
That's it. When you've got the luxury of having a current New Zealand black stick in your side. Look, I'm sure he's got some pretty good knowledge and expertise to share with the boys.
Yeah, I mean, you'd feel like you couldn't let him down, if you got the Black Sticks, one of the Black Sticks players there chatting to you. You'd want to be able to be a bit of a sponge and soak that all up and take on board what he's saying. Yeah,
and really cool for him to be involved in this year's campaign. I spoke to Suresh Wallab last night, the NZISA president, and the teams had actually been preparing a little bit of a dance together. Both the boys and girls Indian sides had got together under the guidance of school teacher and striker Krishma Kumar from the women's team, and we're learning a bit of an Indian dance, and he said it was awesome to see Pup, Jared Panchia, right in the thick of it.
Oh, I love to see it.
Getting involved, and that's not something you're going to get in Black Sticks camp. So
no, you definitely won't get much of that in the Black Sticks, that's for sure.
So awesome to see him involved, and that being a part of this weekend for the Indian side.
I think they're also missing a bit of an opportunity. You could have quite a good opening ceremony with Kapahaka and Pacifica dancers and Indian dancers. It'd be you could turn that into quite a spectacle, I think. Yeah,
look, it's certainly something that is starting to be spoken about with the development of this tournament, how we can further include those cultures. Of course, they're already on the turf, but what more is there? And you're right, things like an opening ceremony or music and dance, and we can really take this to another level out here at Heritage Hockey.
Building into the third quarter now, looking good for both these teams to come out of the break and see what changes, if any, the coaches have put in place for this next 17 minutes. Yeah,
I mean, fortunately for the Indian side, they are the ones hunting the win there. They have found that go-ahead goal through the penalty stroke right on half-time, so perhaps the team talk would have looked a little different if they weren't with that advantage.
I think it was good, them finding that breakthrough, I think, kind of validates a lot of what they've been doing. I think they've had a good run of the game, but you'd hope they can get a few more through actual game, like open goals,
Yeah.
play goals.
Yeah, and I mean, as good as Sarge Patel's been, I think we both call on some of the other strikers working to give him a second option when they go forward. Here's Mason onto the ball here. He's got, interestingly there, Lewis Rose has fallen out to the back and Adam Banks has pushed himself up into the midfield. Whether that's just a
free man role.
Yeah, momentarily or it's a permanent change. In fact, they've rolled back already. Here's Greg and Maui. Oh, Maui.
Oh,
that's him. What a man, what a moment, Greg and Maui. Oh, Nabby, if there's one dream, it's the running right half. Greg and Maui.
Probably his first goal in 3 years, but he just loves it. And he's hit that better than any shot I've seen in a wee while.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Promoted right half, inside drag, shape, little V, bang, that's in the roof. Bins, money man. Greg and Maui is the goal scorer there for the junior side, and wow, what a lift that'll give this this game now. Look at, as much as we mentioned, probably haven't seen much of a right half run like that. We have seen it from Greg and Maui at Māori Hockey, at Heritage. He does possess that skill, and wowee, what a massive first couple of moments here for the junior Māori side.
He found himself in quite a lot of space there as he left-right good night at a couple of defenders, and when he actually breached the circle, he was in all sorts of space, which the only player close to him was another one of his teammates. So kind of a little bit of a breakdown, I think, in the defence there for the New Zealand Indians, but hopefully they can bounce back and get going, because they need to get another goal and to make hopefully qualifying for the final, the gold medal match tomorrow, a little bit easier for them.
Yeah, and I mean, look, scenes of Greg and Maui there just remind me of a player that's played a fair bit of hockey here, and Tahiraka Chase, who we've seen do very similar things as that, running right half, a little bit of a skill, dancey dance, and loves a finish. Shout out to the Hilux. He's not here with the team today, but you know, often would be in here. Perhaps an opportunity for the Indian side. Patel.
Great tackle.
Yep, goes over the speed bump. That is Adam Banks. And here's the goal scorer, Maui. Hurunu is pointing the direction.
A little bit slow to get up there, Adam. Shaking the left shoulder by the looks of it, slightly sore. So hopefully that collision is not going to put him out of the game too much.
Yeah, and they'll just double check that he is all good to go there, Banksy, and gives him the thumbs up. Hope you realise that there's two Indian players behind him. Caleb Williamson,
Dropped it onto the old boot there.
Yeah.
Not the best option, but he's done well to keep it alive.
He does some really good stuff there, Caleb Williamson. Look, he's only got one gear, and it is go. Look, he found himself on the seat 3 times in yesterday's match, just for wanting to go at everything, and look, full credit to him, because when it comes off, he's super exciting.
You don't mind seeing that from young players, young strikers, and getting stuck in and really trying to win the ball, because those 50-50 balls, if you can pick up the majority of them, actually shifts how the game can turn out just by effort plays almost.
Yeah, that's it. You let your actions do the talking. He's not a big talker, Caleb Williamson, so leads by example with his work rate. And speaking of example, Adam Banks always been picked there. Milan Patel, but Hohepa, it's Te Oranga Hohepa. Still going Hohepa, he pulls it up. Smart play.
Yeah, another good option, another good time is showing that just the breakdown and the fast flowing attack, and they're not afraid to recycle the ball, which is fantastic. It'd be awesome to see as a coach, no doubt.
Yeah.
Another play outside.
Here's Greg and Maui again.
Well, they might be onto him this time, I think.
Yeah, got a little bit closer this time.
Ends a long corner, so the attack's not over here for the juniors.
Yeah, Hohepa will step up to the 25-yard line there. He's got a couple in behind him. He's got a Kalan Mason here on the open side. Opts to go into Williamson, out to Rose. And Banks has this one in front of him. Oh, well picked out there by Kieran Chiba. I found out last night Kieran Chiba's dad spent some years playing for the New Zealand men's hockey team. We weren't called Black Sticks then, but the equivalent for that time, Chanchiba, so shout out to him. You can see similar qualities in their play, cool and calm at the back. Pretty staunch defender was Chanchiba, so
Beautiful play.
good stock.
Good
Oh, what a pass.
That's it.
What a goal,
There you
Shea
go.
Iswa. Oh, and it's a ball over distance through the feet of Miles Landon. Not a lot you can do there.
Just fantastic outlet from the New Zealand Indians. Get one pass into the midfield, find a striker who's giving, or a midfielder I should say, is giving a ton of width in the field, and then that opens up the 45-degree ball, and that's just not much Miles can do there, unfortunately. And that's a great touch by a player who's in great form this weekend.
Yeah, gorgeous there from Shea Iswa. And we mentioned it in the second quarter, just that space that opens up between the two layers for the junior Māori side, exposed again there by the two quick passes.
Yeah, and as soon as he uses the New Zealand Indians team use the full width of the turf, it just forces a shift in the defence that they have to readjust, and that readjustment, unfortunately for the junior Māori, this time just opened up that ball, which Shea then, of course, pounced on and deflected the beautiful ball into the goal.
Yeah, and still work to do there for Iswa as well. You know, very not an easy skill.
Yeah, and that's not an easy finish either. He's deflecting that ball between the keeper, and he's got a defender to his left as well. So never easy, and you don't want to take too much pace off the ball. You end up putting it wide, or not enough pace on it, and it goes wide the other side. So he's shown fantastic effort to be able to pull that deflection in and put it into the cage.
Yeah, and one thing as a spectator that I've loved seeing 2 goals in this opening 9 minutes is, look, I think it's about to get going here. Both teams now knowing, look, they can do it.
Breakdown. I think it's going to, it's going to be a lot of this kind of end-to-end stuff, man. He's got some gas.
Yeah,
got
Sarge Patel still going. Sarge turns on it, spins.
Corner.
Well defended, Adam Banks. He had a player up there with him, just couldn't. Again, the Māori side know now the exploits of Sarge Patel, and they send multiple defenders at him.
Yeah, I think that's a smart option as well. If you can kind of crowd his vision, get his eyes down on the ball and get him focusing on that, you kind of eliminate a lot of his passes just in doing that, and it makes it harder for him to actually pick the pass that he needs to.
Yeah, and here they go, Kisha Nasai, Chiba. Free hit out for the Māori side.
It's good defence again, showing composure there, the juniors. So that you'd still love to see that. I think they're definitely still in this game, as even though they're back down a goal. But if they keep doing what they're doing, they're getting opportunities up the front of the field, which is awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's Maui again showing his skills. He just got caught. Yeah, body
Backing
shield
up.
there. Yeah,
Had the reverse beacon on, and he was trying to head back into the traffic.
Yeah, the 18-wheeler in reverse. Here's Chiba at the back. Just looking at his options. Chiba's got the midfield there. Ishan Patel's popped back into the midfield. In fact, apologies, it's Nathan Soma there for the Indian side. I was surprised to see Ishan back there, and of course he's not. He's up on halfway.
Such surprise, he was somewhere where he even wasn't. There you go.
Here's Banks for the junior Māori team. He's got Rose, skips Rose and goes to Mason. Kalan Mason. Here's Lewis Rose now onto the ball, showing his pace. Man, Ishan Patel, what a pick. Seen that go wrong many a times.
Many times. He's done very well there. That's I think you love to see a defender getting the ball in a bit of a burst, kind of try and eliminate the striker, but then the striker's done just as well as him to be able to get back and make a clean pickup.
Yeah. It's one of those tackles where it's either clean like that and it's gorgeous, or you're sitting down for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's no in between. He's done really well there, Ishan Patel. Still working there is Te Oranga Hohepa off the foot there of Devon and Bika. Hohepa, Thomas just surveying the edge of the circle. 3D in, 3D out. Here's DVD. And they're under pressure here. The Māori team up in a full press. Here's Chiba, the cool customer. Oh, lovely out. Rani Patel can't pull that one in though. And the Māori side.
It's good patience again from both teams actually. The Indians were very good in defence here, just working it out. The new juniors, although they were in a full press, didn't go so hard that they either gave away a free hit or eliminated themselves.
Yeah, great patience shown on both sides there as Geordie Thomas has fallen back out with Hale Pritchard. That's an interesting combo for your back two for the junior side. Thomas, 4-iron. Not through there. Not through there. He just didn't get his feet around enough on that one. He and Banks have a little chuckle about it together. What on earth was that backline? Banks was asking.
Yeah, they're not quite sure, and he's floating back up to the strikers.
Yep.
It's not not often you find yourself as a striker down the back, and a lot of the time when you do that, it doesn't come off that well.
No. Here's the Indian side. Oh, it's hit the foot of Chiba. They're going to get away with one there. Here's Milan Patel. Links up.
Not going to get away with that one, I don't think.
There's just desserts, I think, in the end for the Indian side.
You hate to see an accidental foot like that lead to a goal and a missed call. That's the stuff that you kind of hate, or team man on the ball. Yeah, fortunately there was a bit of a swings and roundabouts situation there, so no harm, no foul, and here comes the team man. And he's been picked there. Ranik Patel doing a good job. But he'll keep the free hit, the team man. One of the great characters of Waikato hockey is team man McPherson.
Yep.
Socks halfway down, doesn't care about that, no worries.
You'd think they'd have to go close to falling out.
They're probably strapped in, right?
I know they've got the strap around the top, but here he goes, team man. Dancing. I like the entry from Hohepa. Thomas. Oh, he's hit the post.
Posting out.
Posting out for Geordie T.
And here go the Indians
and
again.
Oh, trouble.
Danger
Sarge.
Oh, he's not giving it. Oh, you would have liked to give that pass. That was.
Oh, and he's gone.
Yep.
He's got to be gone. You hate to see it. He's pointing for it, Brad Hardigan. No, that's. I think everybody in the ground knew that one.
Yeah, I feel for him. The ball was probably taken off the mark and a bit higher up the field. So potentially, if they did go back, he would have been slightly within the 5. But he didn't make any sort of effort to get out of the way of the attacker there. So you can't be too angry with spending some time in the bin.
No, and I think that's the key effort. Even if he tried to take one step, he might have not been sitting, but
make it look not quite as obvious as you're like a brick wall just waiting there.
Yeah. And speaking of the brick wall, the Māori team have the ball coming forward here. Hohepa, Cheba's hunting on him. Cheba's done really well there to not allow Hohepa to pass the ball forward. And DVD cleans up for the Indian side. And there are a couple of players streaming forward for the Māori team. Geordie Thomas, one of them, Kalan Mason. He'd overlapped his right half as the other.
It's good aerial option there. Striker coming in a bit too close, encroaches on that 5 metres to give a defensive free hit.
Yes, we close into the final 90 seconds of this third quarter here. It's the Indian men's side find themselves up 2-1. It's a goal each in this quarter after the Indians went into the break 1-0 up. And an exciting quarter so far here for both sides.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another good 17 minutes coming up after the third quarter interval. New Zealand junior Māoris have got a lot to play for still, just to keep building themselves and show how well they have been going, and I think they've got another good opportunity to keep going, definitely in the game, and I don't think them scoring is definitely out of the case. Is there?
Here's Caleb Williamson here, just chipping it forward, still going Williamson. Oh, and it's friendly fire there as Dylan Patel takes Kesha Nasai out to dinner there in the middle of the circle.
It's another opportunity there if they had.
The ideal world, would have loved to see the little tip off to Geordie Thomas, who was there with him, but such was the solid defensive work there of Nasai.
Yeah, makes it makes that all the harder. You don't even have to really make the tackle as a defender. You just got to be there.
Yep.
Just being the presence, being in that in the striker's vision is enough to put them off as the siren rings for the end of the third quarter. The score at 2-1.
Yeah, the Indian side will breathe a sigh of relief that they didn't concede right at the death there and go into this quarter break all locked up. They hold the slight advantage 2-1 over this junior Māori side. But Aaron, I'd love to see what this junior Māori side come out with for the first part of this fourth quarter.
I think, well, I mean, if I was in that in the dugout there with the team, it'd be let's just leave it all out on the turf and go. We got 17 minutes to cause a bit of an upset or to be a little spanner in the works. So let's see if we could do that, and let's just send it, I suppose, for want of a better term.
Yep. Slap a postage stamp on the corner.
We're watching the goal here again. Fantastic goal.
Regan Maui it was. Loves it. And then straight back down the other end.
For Shea to get his second goal of the game.
Niswa, of course. Saj Patel, still a dangerous threat as ever. But as you see there, the Māori defence really knowing that they have to send multiple bodies at Saj Patel.
I don't mind that, like they're spending their resources there. Potentially hit the post there. Jordan Thomas hitting the post.
And this was this late opportunity here. Chiba and Naso working your right. He just couldn't quite find that little tip-on pass to Jordy Thomas. Perhaps he was worried that Jordy Thomas probably hit it at the post again.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, as a striker, you love to see that. You love those opportunities where you're breaking through. You kind of one-on-one-ish with the goal, with the goalie. So I don't blame him for taking it on himself. I probably would have done the exact same in the position. So it's a bit of the pot calling the kettle black there, I think, with the not passing.
Yeah. And they call me Kobe Bryant for a reason when I'm out on the field.
Yeah.
I don't pass either. So
yeah, they call me a volume shooter, you know. So it's all about that.
Yeah. Speaking about a shooter, here's Hale Pritchard on the ball for the junior Māori side. He'll play it back to Rose. And it's all on here. Final quarter of this first game of the day here. It's day 3. Last set of pool games for the competition, and the junior Māori side looking to play spoilers in a match against this Indian team. Indians can make their way to the final with a solid win here.
Yeah, I think for the juniors, just to see them get a result, a positive one, whether it's a draw or a win, is just good for the confidence and allows them to take something away, I suppose, for more than just the pool play aspect of the tournament.
Yeah, and as I mentioned in the build-up, no final in sight for them, but as you just mentioned there, Aaron, they'll want to take something out of every game now from this tournament.
And I think, well, even if they don't get the result, I mean, they can take plenty away from these games. I think they've shown to be fantastic competitors and an awesome team to see in this tournament. Is a good steal, a good counter-attack on here for the juniors.
Yeah, this is a real opportunity for them. They've got
only 3 up top, though. That's the letdown there.
I was about to say they had numbers going forward, but it was only the 2 of them that ended up going, and they've had to recycle here. Not a bad thing by any means, recycling the ball, but perhaps had an opportunity to go at pace. And
yeah, it just allows the Indians again. They're pretty much 11 players in their defensive 23, and now they're breaking out. And again, they've only got 2, so breakdown there. And
interesting to see perhaps neither team really wanting to allow the exposure of their defensive group by over-exerting going forward.
Yeah, it could be the start of that fatigue coming in as well. It's been a high pace over the last 3 quarters, so I think it could be starting to fatigue, and you see another breakout again, but again it's only the 3 strikers and 1 midfielder up there. So
here's Williamson though. He's got the turn, he's got a pass there.
Got a
Hudanui,
good ball.
Finds Hudanui, and Dylan Patel snuffs it out there. Fortunately for Big Dill, he doesn't have to contend with any of his defenders that time.
That's the pass that we've been talking about. It's a fantastic pass there from Caleb Williamson to find his other striker in a one-on-one situation. I think that's beautiful play. He probably had an opportunity to put it on the backhand and try and put one in there like Greg and Maui did, but good option to see him pass, make a nice little flat stick reverse pass to his fellow striker.
Yeah, and you love to see, like, he's made that adjustment in about a 4-minute period since he last had that opportunity and didn't find the pass. So whether that's, you know, he just being heads up and thinking about his options, or even potentially some of the coaching he may have got at the quarter break there. Great young player if he's making those adjustments so quickly in game.
Yeah, it speaks volumes of him, definitely. And it just shows, I mean, even if he is making that adjustment on the fly, it's good to see that he kind of knows the difference between the shot where maybe that pass in his first opportunity was probably too hard to get away, but when it's slightly easier and an even more clear-cut opportunity, I think was fantastic that he's making those decisions. So it's awesome to see a young player be able to do that.
Yeah, and here's Gregan Maui from where he was so dangerous.
Oh,
There's the inside drag. And the pass. He just got that one wrong.
Just didn't need it. I don't think he needed to do the one touch there. Could have done that a bit more himself there.
Yeah, I think he had the opportunity to just trap it, walk in and get something going goalward, or then find the pass as the defenders came to him. He'd love to have that one again. It's easy for us saying that up here.
Yeah,
Nabby.
Absolutely. Yeah, our job's definitely a lot easier than what his is at the moment.
Yeah.
So take nothing away from him. He's had some fantastic opportunities up there.
Well, and that one's just a straight-up turnover in the midfield there. Indian side coming forward on the ball. A little weighted number there from Rahul Naika.
That's kind of, again, it sounds like the Indians are dropping back to a half-court press. So I think they're going to be relatively happy playing a slower style for the last 12 minutes, as they're pretty happy to give the juniors just their whole defensive half to work in and go with.
Especially when that's the outcome.
But you just can't give him the ball.
Yeah, fortunate little touch there from Adam Banks, because Sargent was charging, as they say, in the Indian circles. Here comes Adam Banks.
One of the only, when a half-court press breaks down like it just did, what it shows is now there's, if the strikers from the Indians turn the ball over, the juniors have already eliminated 3 players. That's unlucky. They've already eliminated 3 players, so it's already 8 versus potentially 9 or 10 players there. So that's one of the downfalls of a half court.
It's Caleb Williamson there, just gets in the intercept line. It's Devin Hari down here in front of us, working with Narsai. The Indian side not complaining too much about that free hit slowing down.
Nah, you take that. As we start managing the clock ever so slightly. It's not about sitting there for 25 seconds and burning time like that, but taking free hits slightly slower, just trying to be a bit smarter and a bit wily how you slow the game down.
Yeah, and the option taking too, not having to throw that 50-50 go forward ball into the midfield. They don't have to search for that too much.
This is all valuable time that they're kind of just sitting in the half-court press and just allowing the ball to roll back between the defenders there, and just taking time off the clock.
Lovely little change of shape there. Gregan Maui from right half pulled into the midfield, and Te Oranga Hohepa replaced. Got them caught out, and here is Maui. He's found the pass. Hale Pritchard, working Pritchard. Tries to find the foot there of Narsai, but he's
found a stick instead.
Yeah,
over the baseline for a long corner. Definitely, that was a really good breakdown of that half-court press by the junior Māori team, just changing their shape a little bit and being able to work the ball.
Yeah, it's always a Geordie Thomas.
It's great
on
skill,
the leg, Geordie Thomas. Yeah, really interesting. It takes a brave player in a back 3 to have your right half just bail on infield.
Yeah.
Leave you really only with a single player at the back, but the awareness of Te Oranga Hohepa then to replace, take another player out. They didn't follow well the Indian side, and the breakdown was good as we see this little
good bit of individual skill there.
Yep, bit of skill there from Geordie T. And he'll stead up on the first bracket here too, Thomas.
Would love to see just a well-executed penalty corner here.
Yep.
Would love to see it.
Pull, stop, at the goal. Here we go, the Indian side just getting their protective gear on and into the cage. Single bracket, so it will be Thomas. No, they've run the shorty for deflections. Straight off the foot there of Saj Patel. He gets out so quick. So, I mean, it's only 3 steps for him.
Going straight. Hey, we asked for a well-executed one. It was dragged to where it was supposed to go. It was trapped and got going. So that's positive. Another variation. Not even going to the top of the circle.
Yeah, interesting one here. Probably a change-up because I have just switched the lineup. Yes, it does go to Thomas this time. Onto the Resi. He's got time.
But
Yeah.
you got to keep it low, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Great shot if that's in an open play.
For those watching at home, that first shot on the penalty corner does have to hit the backboard. If it's hit and not flicked or deflected, the umpire here just has called that it's come up off perhaps an Indian stick and into the roof.
Well, how's that not a goal then?
Which you're right, if that is the case and it's taken a defender's stick, we'll catch the replay here. It definitely hasn't hit any stick on the way up. I'm unsure there, but I'm sure Max Beach will have got it right and let us know a little later. Penalty stroke again.
I think just in that frame of that the penalty corner before, I think what you can see is one of the Indian defenders pushing one of the junior Māori players back, and I think that's potentially what the call for that penalty corner, which led to the stroke, happened.
I'm glad you've got your eyes on this morning, Nabby. I'm only ever looking at the shot. As we have a look at this one here, it's a nice little flick here by Williamson. Oh, it's taken a bobble up off Kieran Cheba and hit the lineman there, who, was on the line. He's claiming it hit his hand, but no dice there. And it's...
he smoked it out on purpose anyway. You're going back for a penalty corner regardless. So.
And look, as cruel as the penalty stroke is here, we might have our second for the match. Geordie Thomas.
Power through.
Yeah, straight through. Dylan Patel there in goal for the Indian men, and just like that, the juniors are back 2-2. And Geordie Thomas waving off the subs. He'll stay in. He wants another one.
Yeah, I think that's just this, the last kind of passage of play. I suppose the last 5 minutes or so has just been all heavily dominated by the junior Māori, and I think that's it's kind of as soon as the Indians have gone to the half-court press option, which maybe isn't there. They don't spend a lot of time playing it. It's kind of just moved them away from their natural gameplay, and potentially that's just given the junior Māori team a little bit more of an opportunity to build in, and has led them to a passage of dominance there over the last kind of few minutes. Yeah,
I mean it's interesting. So the that one's very nearly going to get through. Kalan Mason does well. Oh, Clark Mason lets it go.
Great play.
T-Man's on his bike. Geordie T's on his bike. The ball's coming through. Oh, and wouldn't that have lit up for the Waikato crowd here. We're going to come back for a card.
That was Isham Patel picking up the green card. Yeah, it's good overhead out for the New Zealand Indians, but the junior Māori will pick up a free hit down just on their defensive side of halfway.
And there's Banksy on the ball. He's been impressive all day here.
He hasn't done much wrong, to be fair.
Yeah, all weekend as Banks. And there's Geordie Thomas again showing his positional versatility. He's popped back now into free man, Geordie T.
Just once you get a goal, you just want to be all in.
Oh, we love this.
Sub the keeper.
Yep, they're 2-2. And David Hayes has said, nah, let's go at them. Let's go at them. We've got nothing to lose here. Let's have a red-hot crack.
I think this is probably the best call of the game. Just taking the keeper off, giving yourself 11 field players can actually cause real disruption to other players because you've got an extra player in one of the layers, and it can really be quite frustrating, and it almost makes you feel like you're down a player in the field.
Yeah, and the Indian side will feel this turned up bit of pressure too. We mentioned in the build-up they have to win this one out here today, the Indian men's side. I mean, a draw may get them through depending on what happens a little later in the day, but they don't want to be sweating on that. And here's Iswa. Can he go 70? Iswa. Oh no, but
turn into a good pass.
Jaden Gosha might be able to.
Turn into a good pass off the defender's stick there.
Yeah, you love to see 3 red shirts in the picture there.
Good tackle, he's well
Gosha again.
Shea for
Jaden Gosha. Gregan, Adam Banks. Oh.
He's getting chased down by Shea Iswa there.
Yep, and here's Solomon high a plank. Lovely pass forward. Oh, a bit of a merry-go-round there.
He's probably the oldest looking junior Māori there.
Yeah, Brad Hardigan running the short backsides back in front there for the junior side. And he's a big unit too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd fancy my chances just trying to get in the way of him, that's for sure. So I'll leave that to the defenders.
Yeah.
Stay up the other end of the field, I think.
As we see Clan Mason here just come onto the ball for those of you watching at home as we count down. There's about 4.5 minutes to go in the game here. If we do end on a draw, and look, I don't think either of these teams are going to try and let that happen, but if we do end up in the draw, we will go to a penalty shootout, the first one we've seen this weekend at Heritage Hockey Tournament.
Yeah, yet to be a draw.
Yeah, maybe interestingly, last year at this tournament, 3 out of the first 4 games were a penalty shootout, and we may have our first one here as Banks made to work back for this one. Banks has Mason. Mason's got a bit of space.
Good pick up.
But he's got Brett Menezes' stick.
Oh,
no. But there's another one here. DVD, Devon and Bicker. Dreaming forward. Oh, no. Things just not falling for this Indian side at the moment. They'll have another go at it, though. Greg and Maui well blocked out there.
This is where you just need a penalty corner. Get
a reliever. Hale Pritchard, 1-on-1. Devon Hurry. Hale Pritchard. He's got his eyes up. Oh, Caleb Williamson. Wowee. What a bit of skill that is. And that's what you get out of Caleb Williamson. Sometimes he does that. Sometimes he runs over the defender. T-Man hustling. T-Man doing a little too much with the stick, the off-stick hand.
It's good effort play though from T-Man. He's someone who's never going to shy away from a contest, so you love to see it.
Yeah. Here's Kiran Chiba. Pritchard putting on the pressure.
Inside the final 3 minutes. Trying to see if any team can get a go-ahead goal.
The Indian side have gone desperately close in the last couple of minutes with the open goal.
Probably an interesting option there from Dev with the little overhead, the little one layer.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fortunate touch there from Adam Banks in the washing machine with Shea Iswa. Here's Lewis Rose. He's got Geordie Thomas. Thomas wants it. Crowd packed out right by Geordie Thomas, and that one's on the ground for once.
It's a good pass.
But here they come.
Need quick height here from the New Zealand
Shea Iswa
Indians.
looking for Saj Patel. Shea Iswa going to have to wear off the defence. Shea Iswa under the pump. And that one's the foot there of Hale Pritchard. Ranik Patel does well. Kiran Chiba at the back. Chiba. Eyes up, Chiba.
Good ball.
Finds Iswa. That's a danger man. Iswa's going to get to it first. Greg and Maui, what a touch. Caleb Williamson, here they go the other way. Maui's got a few players ahead here. I'd say they have the slight number advantage, the Māori side. Oh, and it's out over the sideline. The despair, grasp and groan of those around the field.
End to end, it is fantastic hockey. Just everyone going at it, throwing the kitchen sink. Love to see it.
Yeah, and we also love to see the senior men's team down there watching their junior team. Everyone's up on their feet at the moment. Ishan Patel there. Kalam Mason, though, wins the free hit. Here's Louis Rose. 80 seconds to play. Not long left here.
That's good quick maths there, Brad.
Yeah, look, I've been working on that all weekend. DVD, no, back stick for DVD. Yeah. And the crowd's getting up here at the moment. Banksy's looking over. Banksy's going to go route one. Nah, just too much in there, unfortunately, for the bank manager.
Yeah, it's just a bold, it's a bold strategy. You're not.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. It's got to be it. Ishan Patel.
Yeah, you love that.
Yeah, he puts the nail in the coffin of.
You're going to have to get back quickly. Juniors, you've got half a minute to throw everything at them and get the ball up there.
Oh, crowd is up. There's goosebumps in the commentary box. No one's five. They're getting a card. Here they go. Iswa's gone. Geordie Thomas, he's got 20. Geordie Thomas, hit in the corner.
Oh my God, this is hockey. This is heritage hockey.
And we've got to get a camera down on this sideline because it is erupting at the moment. Wow-wee.
This is heritage hockey at its finest.
And this is huge. This is for a
shootout.
Yep.
They're not going to have any time left on the clock, so this penalty corner will be the final play of the game.
Yep, all up they go here. It's all up for the Māori side. Can they break through? Can they make history and get their first points on the board here at Heritage Hockey? The crowd are up on their feet.
Just execution. That's all they need here. Just execute this penalty corner. Give themselves an opportunity to get something on goal.
Yeah, Geordie Thomas is lined up on the first and the only bracket here. It's Thomas. It's the layoff. And it's saved.
Oh.
TJ Huranui had a crack at it. And what a spectacle it would have been had it have gone. Good patience and defence there by the Indian men not to crowd him on the shot. Would have given away a penalty corner straight away.
Exactly.
So heads up play there from the defenders and down to the wire. They don't get the biscuits, but boy have they won the hearts of the crowd here. This junior Māori.
It showed their supporters that they're a team definitely of the future, and a lot of young players there ready to stamp their mark on this. And I think they've done very well over the last few days. Yeah,
look, it's a massive performance. The Indian side have got what they needed. They came in needing the win, and they've done enough now to get it. There is a situation where they could miss the final tomorrow with some goals coming into play in the later game today, but it'd be hard to see that happen. The Indian side in the driver's seat, Pacifica the other team looking to potentially take them down. Nabi, I'll let you talk through some of these highlights, and I'm going to go down and find our man of the match.
Sounds good. There's a goal from Gregan Maui there with the backstick reverse for the junior Māori team. Goal number 1 for them. Shea Iswa with a deflection. See Saj Patel make himself a nuisance up in the attacking circle for the New Zealand Indians team. Shooting a long corner in that one. T-Man McPherson is here on the ball. Ball finding in. Hits the post from JT, Jordan Thomas, sorry. Good turnover. Good counter-attack. I think we saw a lot of counter-attack hockey from both sides here today. It was kind of a bit of the flavour of the game was counter-attack, fast-paced hockey. As that one was broken down with an excellent save there on the Indians keeper. Good work. Penalty corner then earned by Jordan Thomas. Onto the back stick, and it's where we found the stroke which came from and led to the goal. The second goal which tied the game up there at 2-all. They had about 7 minutes left in the game, I suppose, when that happened. Deflection in. Great receive there by Caleb Williamson. And this was the final, the nail in the coffin. Ishan Patel scoring what turned out to be the winner, and then the final flurry. Ball gets hit down. Jordan Thomas on the ball, hits it into the circle, earns themselves a penalty corner. Clock expired, and the shot was very close to being in, but that option was probably a little bit high risk for that moment of play. So the game ends 3-2 to New Zealand Indians over the New Zealand Junior Māoris team. And we're going to throw it down to Brad Pittman with our player of the match.
Down here on the field with our first player of the match for this morning's game. It was the Junior Māori taking on the New Zealand Indian men's side, and our player of the match is Adam Banks. Banksy, big effort from you out there and the whole team, but your skill and composure at the back really cemented what the team was about. And how proud are you about the boys' performance?
Oh yeah, it was real good. I mean, 3-2 at the end, but I'd rather go for the win than just hang on for a draw. So I mean, we tried to get in the final, but real good game for the boys. Yeah,
and I think that that mindset really typifies you guys as a playing group, but also Dave and Sam, your coaching staff. They're go for everything. So it was really exciting there for our people watching at home. What's the mentality shift when you do go without a goalkeeper and you throw everything forward?
Oh, I mean, we probably should have had a bit of structure there at the back, but I mean, we're going for the win, so I guess it's just trying to use the extra man and yeah, just try to get ball forward as much as you can.
Yeah, and I mentioned to you just before, but there was a moment there while you were pushing forward where I saw you turn around and you saw Hale Pritchard and Geordie Thomas were your two middle defenders. A bit of a different looking defensive group for the junior side than I guess we'd like to see. But that just shows how much your boys are willing to dig in and do everything it needs to try and get over the line. How proud are you of this group of guys stepping up onto the big stage this weekend?
Oh yeah, real good. I mean, we're all under 21. It's the first time being in this tournament, and I mean, we're competing against men, like all games down by 1 goal, and it was so close to the end, so amazing effort.
Yeah, and we'll finish that off. It's amazing effort by your team, but also by you, today's man of the match. Congratulations on your performance. We look forward to seeing you guys back again tomorrow, hoping to get that last win on the board would be the goal. But go well tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Good,
All right, guys, that is the end of our first game for day 3 here. It was a men's match, the New Zealand Junior Māori team going down in the end 3-2 to the New Zealand Indian side. We'll be back with the same teams here playing in the women's competition at midday, and we'll see you then.